Let's go ahead and take out the profits for February and March real quick. And I want to take out the totals for column C and D as well. We'll put them back in. Now let's go ahead and look at our cell B6 and examine that formula. I'm going to double click in the middle of it so we can see it again. And if you notice, we're adding B2, B3, and B4. Now we don't have a total here in column C. I can type it. We've already figured out we can write it by hand, but I'd like to use the fill handle to copy this. Remember that the fill handle's on the bottom right hand corner of the active cell, and one of the things it will do is copy whatever's in the cell. And we've already determined that a formula is there, not 550. I'm going to drag all the way across to column D, and you'll see there it just gives me all of my totals. I could drag this as far as I needed to all the way across. It's a quick way, if you already have the first formula in, to go ahead and copy that formula to the other columns across. I can do the same thing up here if I want to go up and down. I can drag the fill handle and go down to row 4 in this case, and now I've got my answers filled in. Now let's talk about relative reference. Remember in this one, the formula was B2 plus B3 plus B4. If I go to column C, the formula is C2, C3, C4, and the same thing over with column D. What is the only difference in these three formulas? The column. That's it. Excel knows that when you copy a formula across like we did using the fill handle, to go ahead and change the column so that the answer is correct. If we look at the rows up here, let's look at D2 real quick. That formula said B2 minus C2. Well, the one below it's the exact same, it's just the row is different. See how it references row 3? And the one below it would reference row 4? Again, that's the relative reference. There will be times when you don't want Excel to do that, and we'll learn later how to create what's called an absolute reference. So just keep in mind that the relative reference is when the Excel changes the column or row to make sure the formula is correct so you get the correct answers.